Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Randy here with another episode of Randy on the Road. Well, we got through Christmas. We're approaching the new year, and it's time to talk about the issues of the day again. While many of you may have been traveling or just not paying attention to what's going on in the news, this Somali fraud in Minnesota has really been uncovered by an unlikely source, a social media influencer named Nick Shirley. Kid in a hoodie going and knocking on doors. That's simple. They've been stealing your money in plain sight. But you got to ask the question, how did they gain access to all of that money? What's at the root of this? Well, what's at the root of this is your government, Congress, mainly Democrats, but some Republicans as well. When you have trillions of dollars flow through your system of government, there's bound to be fraud, waste, and abuse. Now, my party, the Republicans, has said they're going to clean it up, and that really hasn't happened. Doge came in, pulled out some contracts, put some guardrails in place, pointed out some obvious fraud. But the larger part of the fraud that exists in the federal government is still flowing through unabated. As appropriations happened back in 21 and 22 with massive spending bills that were earmarked for numerous things within those spending bills. This was bound to happen, and we're finally uncovering it, but I think you need to pay closer attention. Every system of government, local, state, federal, the more money you have go through it, the greater the chance there is that somebody's stealing it from you. Folks, if you keep electing the same type of people, the Ivy League educated, the folks that check all the boxes, right? They can raise a whole bunch of money. They can say all the lines, recite them by heart. They speak with passion. You see them on TV commercials. Wow, that is such a great politician, right? What an awesome public servant. The system is set up to fool you because lots of people on both sides of the aisle get rich off of this fraud at every level of government. State government, many of the bills that are passed basically create a pass-through right to consulting firms in the Golden Donut around Indianapolis. Local government, you have preferred vendors lists who get big contracts and are able to overcharge county government as compared to what they would charge in the private sector. This isn't isolated, folks. And until you, the people, wake up and demand the accountability, and not just hearings in Congress, not just a dog and pony show of people yelling questions at someone saying, look at how tough I am. No, actual consequences. People should go to jail, including the governor of Minnesota, for this fraud taking place with all these Somali daycares that have no children in them. Let's take a look at another huge fraud. Remember, we were all told that Joe Biden won the 2020 election. And if anybody dared to say that he didn't, they were deplatformed. They were kicked off of Facebook. If they even questioned it, not even said, you know what, maybe there's just something there. Maybe where there's smoke, there's fire. You were called a heretic, an election denier. And now we see irrefutable proof coming out, seems like daily, of election fraud throughout this country that calls into question the current makeup of our Senate, our House, even the White House. Should Trump have been president from 2021 through 2024? Boy, it's sure looking like it, isn't it? I think that the people on the left that browbeat, deplatformed, debanked, tore up the people who dared to question the 2020 election owe all of the people an apology. But you don't see a single news story on it, do you? Unless you're watching some form of alternative media or social media, because they don't want to admit they're wrong, that they rigged it, and that they've been rigging it for a long time. And yet, my own party in Indianapolis decided, let's side with the Democrats over Republicans when it comes to redistricting. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Folks, time to wake up. We need some new blood in office, in every office. We need some folks that are actually going to take action. I'll tell you, I've been trying to take action at the county government. I reported some time ago about ghost payrolling in the election department, paying inspectors for not attending the training like they attended training. They paid them the same rate as if they attended training, and they didn't. That's ghost payrolling. Political work on government time. We got the receipts. Folks, this isn't isolated stuff. Wait until you see some of the reports that will come out of Lake County soon, dealing with some audits that were done. It's going to make you throw up. And guess what? The prosecutor won't prosecute it here. No. Heck, even the state police have turned down an opportunity to investigate certain things. The system, top to bottom, needs a reset. And the way we're going to reset it is by using the system of government that was created by our founders to reset it. It starts right at the ground level. It starts at each and every activist who believes that that's enough, that wants to see consequences to criminal behavior in government. Stolen elections, fraud in every level, pay to play, giving out millions of dollars of contracts. Check out a site, USA Spending. That site will tell you a lot about where contracts go. Billions of dollars to contractors, and you say, well, what do they do? Where is the representation of the actual results of that money invested? It's your money. Government has no money. It's yours. It's being stolen from you. Time to stand up, folks. 2026 is the year that you start shifting, that you stop buying into the fancy commercials of the well-funded candidates by the corporate parties. Time to start opening your eyes to the real people out there who are willing to step up and do the actual work, put themselves on the line to make sure that there's real consequences and accountability within the system, because we can point out fraud all we want. Unless somebody does something about it, unless you see some folks like Tim Walz and others walking away in handcuffs, this won't do any good. It's just more fodder for social media. The time for action is now.